in today's episode, we just go a little away from the beaten track. We speak about marriage and why, for some celebrities, marriage doesn't come at all. As all of us know, marriage started in Mesopotamia in the year 2350 before Christ. So that means it is more than 4,350-year-old institution. Later on, religion came into it, law came into it, society came into it, and various forms and evolution came into it. That marriage happens when you are reasonably settled, you are willing to take somebody as your life mate. And both men and women today think that marriage meaning settling into life and settling into the values that marriage entail, that is formation of progeny, deciding about a line of succession to property, and passing on the heritage. So why this marriage is eluding a few people? Today there is also a choice that you can live together without getting married. But there are few people who decided not to live together, neither to get married. There are a large number of political figures, starting with our Prime Minister, and there are Chief Ministers like Manohar Lal Khattar, Yogi Adityanath, Mamata Banerjee, Naveen Patnaik, Sarbanand Sonowal, so on and so forth, who are not married. But we are not talking about the political figures. There are also like Swami Vivekananda, Adi Shankaracharya, they never got married. We are also not talking about that. In the film industry, likes of Salman Khan, likes of Karan Johar, who are not married, we are not talking because these are filled with controversy. So we will take a few of the unmarried celebrities from the fields as diverse as science and technology, to media, to art and culture, and find out whether there are any lessons in them that marriage didn't come to them for some particular reason. So for this purpose, I will talk to you on Sir Isaac Newton, Homi Bhabha, Ratan Tata, also about Oprah Winfrey, Beethoven, a famous painter, Leonardo da Vinci, Wilbur and Orville Wright, the Wright brothers who invented the airplane, and find out what is the common thing. First thing that is told about them is that many of them died young, so they didn't get married. My study and my research shows that only two of them, that is Homi Bhabha and the younger of the Wright brothers, died below the age of 60, at the age of 57. For example, Isaac Newton lived well into his late 70s. Oprah Winfrey is still living. Ratan Tata is into his 80s and still living. So it is not true that dying young contributed to their not getting married. The other thing that was told, that probably, they were not good looking. This is also not true. My research again shows that most of them were outstandingly good looking people. Isaac Newton was very good looking. Beethoven was good looking. Ratan Tata good looking. Homi Bhabha good looking. All of them were good looking, and whatever looks they had lacked, it was made up by their achievements. Third thing that was probably told was that they were involved in a lot of scandals, they were involved in a lot of affairs, so probably they didn't get married. This also is not true. When I studied the life of all of them, what I found was that except for Da Vinci, who had a series of affairs, all of them were very clean people. So what was the reason? Now what I found in common is that they were polymaths. In each one of them, there was a trait of excelling in many things at one go. Let us take one example, Sir Isaac Newton. We know Newton's law of motion, but Newton's law of optics, Newton's contribution to math, Newton's methods of calculus application in physics, Newton's philosophy. So he was excelling in so many fields. Beethoven, for example, Beethoven's brain and body was exhumed to find out what was the great genius that was there in the brain. Right from orchestra to philosophy to music to art to creating new kind of experience, Beethoven excelled in almost everything. Look at Oprah Winfrey. She's a lifestyle consultant, she's a media person, she's an author, she's a sports person. She does so many things. At our own Homi Bhabha, for example. Homi Bhabha, he went to London to study in Cambridge and come back as a mechanical engineer and join the Tata Group. But there he went into nuclear science. And he came back and established Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, and the nuclear capabilities that India today has is because of him. And if we look at Ratan Tata, look at the industry, look at the stage at which Tata Group was. From iron and steel to automobile to soaps to tea to real estate. Now, one thing that comes out clearly that because all of them excelled so well in so many fields, probably they didn't have time for marriage. In fact, many of them, Ratan Tata has gone on record saying that 4 times he went closer to marriage, but he had to abandon because he was scared of it. Similar was the statement from Oprah Winfrey. Wright brothers, both of them were unmarried and they told that we do not have space. So achievers who do not get married were having 2 problems which all of us must learn and try to avoid. One is too much of excellence orientation in many fields probably takes away the energy to get into things like marriage. And second thing is the fear of failure. All of them were so successful in so many diverse fields that they thought that getting into a relationship, if they cannot make success out of it, can lead to some kind of dent in their reputation. Thank you very much. Next time we will have another interesting episode.